opened her advertising dashboard and saw hundreds of impressions, almost no sales, and a book she still believed in. Her first instinct was to rewrite the manuscript. The real problem was on the cover and in the subtitle. She was trying to repair the product when the reader could not even tell who the product was for.
That mistake is expensive, and it happens constantly. Authors see a slow book and assume the answer is more ads, more posts, or a complete rewrite, when the real bottleneck may be discoverability, positioning, or a missing connection to the rest of the business. Let's break this down before another dollar disappears.
Welcome to the 22 Lions Podcast, your daily blueprint for writing, publishing, and profiting from books. Today, we dive into the Backlist Triage, a 5-part method for deciding whether a book should be revised, repackaged, relaunched, or paused from active promotion. Because the size of your catalog is not the same thing as the strength of your catalog. And here is the position I want to make clearly. Promoting every book equally is not a sign of commitment. It can be a business mistake. Every title competes for your limited time, attention, and budget. A focused backlist gives the strongest opportunities room to grow.
Right. A catalog of 10 books can mean 10 product pages, 10 audiences, 10 sets of keywords, 10 covers, and 10 marketing decisions. But if none of those titles has a clear job, you do not have 10 growth engines. You have 10 places where attention can leak.
So we are not asking, why is this book failing? We are asking, where is the bottleneck? Is the promise unclear? Is the reader experience weak? Is the right audience failing to find the book? Or does the title have no defensible role in the author business?
Before you spend another dollar, exactly, you will score 5 things: promise, product, discoverability, business value, and evidence quality. Those scores do not make the decision for you. They show you where to investigate. Then you choose one intervention.
First, inspect the reader promise. Put the title, subtitle, cover, description, sample, and opening pages side by side. Can the right reader understand the subject, benefit, and intended audience in a few seconds? Or does every element make a slightly different promise?
The sales page has to explain the book without you standing beside it. If the subtitle promises help for busy managers, the cover looks like a general productivity book, and the description wanders through 20 unrelated habits. The reader feels friction before page 1.
That is the test.
Exactly. Ask someone who did not write the book to look at the product page for 30 seconds, then ask, who is this for and what will it help you do? Their answer may reveal the problem faster than another month of advertising data.
Give the reader promise a score from 0 to 5. 0 means confusing or contradictory. 5 means the right reader recognizes the subject and benefit almost immediately. The second score concerns the product itself, the manuscript, examples, structure, editing, formatting, and overall reading experience.
And keep product problems separate from traffic problems. Reviews can reveal repeated complaints about depth, formatting, or unmet expectations. Sales history shows patterns over time. Ad data shows what happens when people see the book. Categories and search terms show whether the book is being presented in a useful neighborhood.
If impressions are low, discoverability may be the issue. If impressions are healthy but clicks are weak, packaging or targeting may be the issue. If clicks are healthy but purchases are weak, the page may not be converting.
Maybe. But I want to push back on one common conclusion. Low conversion does not automatically mean the manuscript is bad. If an ad promises first-time manager confidence and the sales page sells better work and better life, the reader is seeing a promise mismatch. You could rewrite a perfectly useful book and never fix the real problem.
You're right. We compare the promise from the ad to the page, then to the sample and the actual book, before blaming the manuscript. One disappointing month, one ad group, or one blunt review is not enough evidence for an expensive change. Score evidence quality separately. How many signals agree, and how reliable are they?
Strong evidence looks like repeated reader feedback, stable performance across several months, and similar behavior from more than one traffic source. Weak evidence is a single data point that happens to hurt your feelings.
The fourth score is business value. A book may have modest direct sales and still be valuable if it introduces readers to a series, attracts direct email subscribers, supports a course or service, or creates an audiobook, translation, print, or rights opportunity.
But do not force every title into every format. A short practical guide may work as an audiobook or lead magnet. A visual workbook may belong in print. A niche book may be excellent for a professional audience and poor for broad advertising. Business value is about fit, not checking every box.
Your fifth score is evidence quality, and that score protects you from overreacting. Put the 5 scores together: reader promise, product, discoverability, business value, and evidence quality. Then ask one question that forces clarity. What is this book's job in my author business?
If its job is direct sales, measure margin and reliable purchases. If its job is to introduce readers to a series, measure read-through. If its job is to attract clients, measure qualified inquiries. Here's the lion's truth. Sentimental value is real, but it is not a marketing strategy.
Now match the intervention to the bottleneck. Revise when the core promise is sound, but the reader experience has a genuine problem. Outdated information, thin sections, confusing structure, weak examples, or production errors.
Repackage when the content is useful, but the cover, title, subtitle, description, categories, or sample are misaligned. Relaunch when the product is ready and the book has never received a focused market entry. Relaunch is not pressing the same button harder. It is giving a prepared book a coherent new presentation.
And pause active promotion when the evidence is weak, the brand fit is poor, or the required investment is unlikely to produce a meaningful return. Keep the rights information, source files, cover files, edition history, and performance notes organized. Pausing does not destroy the asset. It removes the title from the front line.
Let's test a method with a hypothetical title called The Focused Manager. It sells 30 copies a month, has 18 reviews averaging 4.6 stars, and readers repeatedly call the advice practical for first-time managers. That is not a quality verdict, it is a clue.
What else do we see?
The cover is generic. The subtitle says, Principles for Better Work and Better Life. The description leads with the author's background instead of the manager's urgent problem. The book receives about 1,200 ad impressions a month, but the click-through rate is only 0.4%. The content may be sound, the path to the right reader is not.
So I would not start by rewriting the manuscript. I would repackage and reposition it around a specific outcome, helping first-time managers run effective one-on-ones, give clearer feedback, and build trust during their first 90 days. Specificity makes the audience visible.
Then keep the 30-day plan narrow. In the first week, audit the reviews, extract repeated benefits, rewrite the subtitle and description, and identify accurate categories and focus search terms. In the second week, test a new cover direction and revise the sample so it demonstrates the promised result immediately. During the third week, create a useful checklist or worksheet that genuinely extends the book, connect it to a permission-based email sequence, and make the reader's next step clear. During the fourth week, announce the improved edition, run a small controlled advertising test, and track impressions, clicks, conversion, cost per order, and follow-up engagement. Do not scale because one day looks exciting. Scale when the pattern earns it.
And before you relaunch, run the brand fit check. Would you be proud to send this edition to a new reader today? Does the packaging accurately represent the content? Does the promise improve the reader's understanding rather than inflate expectations?
Because a relaunch can amplify a problem just as efficiently as it amplifies a strength. Match the investment to the bottleneck. Do not rewrite a strong book because the cover failed. And do not buy more traffic for a product that still disappoints readers.
Choose one title today, not your whole catalog. Complete the 5 scores. Write the book's job in 1 sentence. Then select Revise, Repackage, Relaunch, or Pause, and schedule the first task before you move on. Set a review date so the decision is measured instead of emotional.
Build the empire, one book at a time. The goal is not to make every title shout for attention. It is to give the right title the right investment at the right moment.
If you know what needs to change but want experienced help executing it, explore the professional publishing and book growth services from 22 Lions. That includes manuscript development, cover positioning, KDP setup, metadata, audiobook production, advertising, and author funnel strategy. Your book is an asset, not a hobby, and disciplined execution protects that asset.
Write it, publish it, profit from it, but invest according to evidence.
That's your step-by-step system for today. Apply it and watch your author business grow. Build a catalog that can keep working for you because every title has a clear role. Thanks for listening to the 22 Lions podcast. Publish like a pro, profit like a lion.